Marketing mix, STP, evidence-based marketing. For years, marketers were taught a simple formula for growth. First came the marketing mix. Then came STP, segmentation, targeting and positioning. But here is the uncomfortable question. Are these proven laws of brand growth, or simply useful managerial frameworks built on assumptions? And what happens when we test those assumptions against real market data? 1. The marketing mix. The traditional answer begins with the 4 Ps. Product, price, place, promotion. The logic is straightforward. Create the right product. Set the right price. Make it available. Promote it effectively. And customers will choose your brand. The marketing mix gives marketers a powerful framework for managing the market. But there is a problem. A well-managed marketing mix does not automatically guarantee brand growth. Many brands have good products, competitive prices, large distribution networks, and enormous advertising budgets. Yet they still struggle to grow. So marketers looked for another answer. 2. STP. Then came STP. The idea was, don't try to serve everybody. Segment the market. Target the most attractive customers. Then position your brand to be different and relevant to them. It sounds logical. Find your ideal customer. Understand what they want. Create a distinctive proposition. Build loyalty. Grow the brand. But now ask the critical question. Does this actually describe how brands grow in the real world? 3. What happens when we look at the evidence? This is where marketing becomes interesting. Researchers such as Andrew Ehrenberg, Byron Sharp and the researchers associated with the Ehrenberg-Bass Institute examined large-scale buyer and brand data. And some of their findings challenged conventional marketing thinking. For example, do brands really have completely different customer bases? Usually, no. Competitor brands tend to share many of the same buyers. The customers buying one cola brand are not necessarily a completely different segment from those buying another. The same applies across many categories. Another question. Are brands primarily growing because they have exceptionally loyal customers? Again, the evidence challenges that assumption. Large brands generally have more buyers and therefore more opportunities to generate repeat purchases. So loyalty is often closely associated with market penetration and brand size rather than being a simple independent cause of growth. 4. So, what actually matters? This brings us to evidence-based marketing. Instead of asking only, who is our ideal customer? We also ask, how can we make our brand easier to buy and easier to remember for as many category buyers as possible? That leads us to 2 powerful concepts. Mental availability and physical availability. 5. Mental availability. Mental availability. Mental availability means, how easily does the brand come to mind in buying situations? Imagine a student needs a quick meal, smartphone ya coffee, an online course university. Which brands immediately come to mind? That is the battlefield of mental availability. A brand cannot be chosen if it is not mentally available when the buying situation occurs. 6. Physical availability. But being remembered is not enough. The brand must also be easy to obtain. That is physical availability. Can customers find it, access it, purchase it, use it conveniently? A brand may have strong awareness. But if customers cannot easily find or buy it, awareness may not translate into sales. So brand growth requires both easy to think of and easy to buy. 7. The big shift. Now look at the evolution. Marketing mix. Manage the 4 Ps effectively. STP. Find the right customers and position the brand. Evidence-based marketing. Build distinctive mental availability and broad physical availability. That is a very different way of thinking about growth. 8. The takeaway for marketers. This does not mean forget marketing mix. And it does not mean forget STP. These remain valuable managerial tools. The bigger lesson is, don't confuse a marketing framework with a proven law of brand growth. Good marketing decisions should ultimately be tested against buyer behavior and market evidence. Because customers do not always behave the way our marketing textbooks predict. Final message. So, the question is no longer simply, Who is our target customer? The better question is, how can we make our brand easier for more category buyers to remember and easier for them to buy? Because brands do not grow simply by being different. They grow by becoming easy to remember, easy to find, easy to buy. That is where evidence changes the way we think about marketing.